Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Outer Worlds. This is Jewel Smith, and this is my second playthrough of the Outer Worlds. This time I have the DLC, and that is what we're in the middle of doing right now. We are doing Murder on Eridanos, and so we are out here on the floating islands above Eridanos. And we're investigating a murder. It's all right there in the title. Murder on Eridanos. The recommended level for this DLC is level 30. As you can see, I'm only level 25. Soon to be level 26, I hope. And yeah, it's a bit of a challenge. Plus, I am playing on hard difficulty. My first playthrough, I played on normal, and it was just a bit too easy. Just before I started live streaming, however, I did do a little work on my weapons. I modified this one to do N-ray damage, as well as having a whisper quiet muzzle and an extended sight. We have the Frigidariator, which I can't mod. It's already a cold weapon and has an exacta sight on it. I have this ballistic machine gun that does almost 2,000 damage per second. I have the discrepancy amplifier, which is technically a weapon, but mainly just being used to look at clues. It's an interesting little device, kind of a computerized AI magnifying glass. I have my Deadeye assault rifle, which I wish I could find a Mach 2 or a Mach 3 in this game. I haven't found anything but the basic assault rifle. It's kind of a bummer. But I do like it because it's, you know, a sniper rifle and I love sniping. But if I find something better, I'll use it. I kind of just keep it right now. I'll keep it as a backup. It does electrical damage, which is effective against pretty much everything. I mean, more effective against automechanicals or robots than other things, but I was doing some reading online about the different damage types in this game, and it said that there were no creatures or enemies in the game that resisted electrical damage. So even though it may do more damage to robots, it'll do damage to humans or monsters or whatever else. I guess they don't have any resistances. Some creatures have a resistance to the plasma. I think the mantisaurs are resistant to that. Acid, which I don't have in my repertoire here. Acid will do a lot of damage against people in armor or against automechanicals. However, Felix does have a flamethrower that's also doing corrosion damage, acid damage. And Vicar Max has just got a plain old sawed-off shotgun and a toss ball blocker. I probably could have fixed up his toss ball blocker, maybe do some electric damage or something, but that's what they've got. And they're in this ridiculous pink and blue armor because it's pretty high armor rating there. Yeah. We found this here in the game. It's standard troop armor, but platinum level. And we definitely need it. It is very challenging out here. Okay. Hello, Gentugo. You're the first in the chat room today. How are you doing? There's several quests that we could be working on out here. Obviously, the main thing is to investigate the murder. But I've been kind of pursuing these strange little happenings that are going on. We gotta stop the automechs. We gotta investigate the dead saplings. Okay. It's really hard. You can only zoom in so far on this map, and it's really hard to get it right where you need it to be, but alright. I spent my whole stream yesterday investigating the island and unlocking fast travel points, even though there's kind of no point in that because it's so hard to interact with the map to fast travel. Oh, I also did a little research, and that little symbol above his head, the little spiral, just means that he's got a one of those worms attached to his neck. He's a little bit addled. That's what that symbol means, I guess. Alright, so we gotta try to turn off the automechs. And supposedly the way to do that is to go into the conservatory. I think that's the storage garage. I think this is the conservatory? Clues are nearby. Really? Ooh. What's going on in here? Oh, footprints. Yeah.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
We're supposed to be following the footprints around to figure out where she went. Is this the conservatory? There's supposed to be a conservatory with a computer that we can use to deactivate the auto mechanicals. Maybe that's the conservatory? Sure do wish I could get a better look at my map and see what all these places are. See where I'm at, you know? I mean, what a shitty map. Why would they make the map like this so you can't interact with it and see what's actually going on? See, because right there it says Exterminator Automech Control. But it's underground. I guess. And I didn't understand what that meant, and I looked it up online, and it said, well, there should be a terminal in the conservatory where you can recall the broken automechs. I don't know where the hell the conservatory is. What the hell? Maybe that's the conservatory right there. We haven't gotten close to that because it's surrounded by all of these idiots. But I don't know. Maybe that's what we gotta do. Maybe we gotta go deal with the idiots and get close to this building and see what we can do. How many of them are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Maybe if we go around the other side of the building? And see, I think over here we've got a whole bunch of nasty critters.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Yeah. Alright guys, cover my back while I look for these clues. Oh, here we go. Oh, what was this? Analyze.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Yay. Alright, so what is this thing? Alright, well my dudes went down, but we handled it. Alright, those N-rays worked pretty well. The N-rays supposedly burn people and creatures from the inside out. And then they kind of explode and do damage to everyone around them. So I guess that's a good way of dealing with these crazy people. And with large groups of people. Oh, shoot. Or large groups of creatures. Can we get in here? What is this thing? Ooh. Pile driver. Okay, I'll pick up pile driver. Shoot, he sees us. He's looking right at us, guys. You should hide in here. All right. Uh-oh, is he gonna come creeping over here to see if we're here? Alright. We're gonna have to go for this thing here. I'm gonna shoot him right in the butt. What do you think?
We'll be over quickly.
Oh, shoot. They're hucking rocks at us. They killed one of them. Alright, let's try the N-ray on these things. See what happens. I think we killed the big one, yeah, right there.
Alright, let's fight it!
Whoa, shoot, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die!
You're right. Nice hit.
Oh, they dug underground? What the fuck is that? Oh.
Hey, Max is hurt!
You have taken N-ray damage. This damage bypasses armor and does damage over time to you and companions close to you. Aw, so my N-ray gun is damaging them as well as me? Is that what that means? Well, what's the point of that then? Jeez, peace Louise. I don't want to hurt my own people. What is this here?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Dead saplings. Okay.
Analysis. This discarded canister is typical of the R-mounted storage tanks on the orchard's agricultural mechanicals. However, it is not currently attached to a mechanical. This canister contains a high amount of vinegar in addition to water. Warning. Use of vinegar, a known herbicide, on purpleberry saplings is a violation of Rizzo's agricultural standards.
Okay. Initiate a deeper chemical analysis.
Chemical makeup of substance. 50% water, 50% vinegar. Trace amounts of woolly cow feces also detected.
Alright, discrepancy amplifier. Where are these canisters usually kept?
These canisters can typically be found in the nursery storage building in the Purpleberry orchards, except for this one, which can be found here.
Actually, where are these canisters are usually kept? I think that's a little bit, that's not quite right. Okay. Leveled up, 26. Alright, so maybe I gotta tell my dudes not to try to use their up-close weapons. Weapon, mixed, ranged. Vicar Max. Weapon, ranged. Alright, let's see how that goes. Alright, well, we investigated the saplings. What else have we got to do over here? Did I finish looting all of the critters? I don't think I did. There was at least one...
Timeline discrepancy detected
Oh,
nearby.
okay. I was gonna say there's at least one big guy here. Oh, it's over here. Okay.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Yeah, I see that. And how are we gonna analyze it? Hello? Shaft of a tossball stick is bent and cracked, exceeding tossball regulation requirements. The end of the tossball is matted with Rizzo's dark matter chocolate.
Bits of wicker detected, embedded within the chunks of dark matter. Wicker is not a known ingredient of the dark matter product.
Even I would have a difficult time breaking one of these sticks by accident. Okay, that's locked off to me. I will examine the end of the stick. It looks as if someone used this tossball stick to completely obliterate a picnic basket. Maybe it's some kind of upper-class mating ritual. I doubt it.
The only members of a tossball team strong enough to crack a stick in two are the dedicated hackers, like Black Hole Birdie. Whatever Ms. Ruth Bellamy must have relayed to the tossball hacker during their picnic together instigated a furious increase in his usual strength threshold by 52%.
I seen Birdie snap a tossball stick in half before. It happened right after the Darlings stole the quarterfinals from the Rangers last year.
Okay, so we have found a broken tossball stick. What is this? RR&DD Lab security access card. Okay, now we can get in there maybe. We investigated that yesterday but couldn't get in. Alright, we'll take that. Oh, there's a little box of chocolates. Looks like they were trying to have... Ooh, Spectrum Vodka Black. I think that's a new one for me. They were trying to have a romantic picnic. But something she said to him made him real mad. Oh, there's some more of those little chocolate rockets. Some Nanner Spank. And what is this? Elite Troop Armor Platinum. Let's take a look at that. Oh, wow. 108 armor. Wow. But it decreases my stealth skills. This increases my dialogue and leadership skills. And the sound of my footsteps. But this would protect me a lot better. So maybe I should be wearing that. Oh, how's that going to affect my skills? Well, we have some points to spend, so I suppose I could make up for the difference. Hey, Stella, welcome to the chat room. Alright, I'll put that on. Alright, yeah. Shall I spend my points or wait until I know what I need to spend them on? I might as well spend them. I should put a little bit into that because I certainly need to do more damage. Oh my gosh. Hey, Celtic Granny! How are you? What else should I put my points into? Medical, maybe? Inspiration? Oh, inspiration increases their damage bonus, and determination increases their health. Oh yeah, that's probably worth putting a few points into. Yep. Alright, let's do that. I know I look ridiculous with my mismatched helmet and armor and everything, but gotta do what we gotta do. It's dangerous out here. Alright. Now we still gotta stop the automechs. What am I hearing? Let's see what's over here. Oh. What is that? Oh, pick up Exterminator Automech Terminal Access Card. Well, yeah. I'd like to know where to use that. Plasma rifle 3.0. Okay. Clues are nearby. Equip the discrepancy amplifier. Oh, more clues, huh? Let me guess, it's gonna be her footsteps. Oh, it's gonna be this guy. Yeah, footsteps.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Whoop-de-doo. Oh. Okay. Well, we found this key card to shut down the automechs. Well, where in the heck do we go to shut down the automechs? Let's see if we can figure it out. Exterminator automech control is right there. Oh, there's a garage. Oh, here's how we get underneath.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Yeah. Let me guess, more footprints.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known
that
as
was, you know what?
Halcyon Helen.
That's really unnecessary. I mean, I love the mechanics of having this AI magnifying glass and finding clues and stuff. That's really fucking cool. But it's like 90% of the clues we found have been her footprints, which don't matter because we have quest markers and stuff. Like, you know, I don't need to know where she was walking. That doesn't help me any. Good lord. Okay, let's see what's down here. Alright, here's where we should be able... yeah, to use the key card. Ooh, we can recall the Exterminator automechs. Personnel files. Let's read these first. Okay. I always dreamed of living on Eridanos, but the science types always said it was impossible. The gravity will crush your bones. There's no breathable atmosphere, blah blah blah. Well, that's why I've got this new groundskeeper position. And they're stuck on Terra too. When the execs are looking to promote somebody, they don't look at the doubters. Oh, I almost forgot the best part. This whole place is automated. Not only do I get a promotion, I also get to work less. All I need to do is make my way to the hive every so often to set the pollination cycles. Aside from that, it's just keeping the local sprats from eating all the purple berries. Things are looking damn fine for Sandra Cullen. Sandra bit the big one. Company policy says due to our marriage contract, I've got to take her position. Something about discouraging workers from dying on the job, so here I am. Seeing her body once they got the wasp-mosquitoes to stop stinging it ain't been great for my entomophobia. Thinking maybe I grab a few spectrums and find somewhere to hole up until the execs think I've left or died or something. Thought about the purpleberry puzzle hedges, but I've seen a lot of people go in and not a lot of people come out. No clue what might be lurking in there. I wish we'd stayed on Terra too. P. Cullen. Strange day today. Left the shack only to find a fellow I'd never seen before standing out front. Had his hands deep in his pockets and was looking at me with an odd, hungry kind of expression. Said he either was a slug or worked for one, which caused me no small amount of confusion. Didn't have time to ask for clarification because he immediately started asking me for donations to keep the orchards running. First time I'd seen a con man try to convince a shopkeep that he's actually the one minding the store. Hardly needs saying, but I took my claw rake and chased him off. Here's hoping I don't hear from that loon again. He was a slug. Well, I thought the slugs were the sublight underground whatever people. Yeah, see, I keep saying that I think that they're trying to, you know, put pressure on this facility. You know, like protection money or something. It's a racket. Okay. Oh, there was, I think, yeah, another entry in the personnel files. Yeah, Gentuga is saying, what was Helen up to? She's been near a lot of dead bodies. Yeah. Yeah, was she killing everybody? Or was she investigating all the murders? I don't know. Hello, Michael. How you doing this evening? Oh, Celtic Granny says you don't really want to know. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is that in response to me asking how are you doing? Well, you're here now. Let's see if we can make things a little bit better. Got a call from my boss telling me I was up for a promotion. Fucker always hated me, so I knew there was a catch. I was right. This new job makes me miss the law-forsaken nanner-peeler picker line. I never signed up to deal with gigantic swarms of killer insects. This place is a bad joke, and it ain't all that well told. Now the execs are telling me I've got to come in for some kind of medical treatment. Reckon it'd be safer to take a dive off the side of the floating planetoid. It won't be anything good, whatever's waiting for me. Jacob. Yeah, see, I think it's the Rizzo executives are the ones that are putting these little worm things on people. But it's working a little too well. It's like, I know I keep referencing Firefly and Serenity, but this game is heavily influenced by the Firefly TV show and the Serenity movie. And the Serenity movie, which was based on the TV show, that was actually, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie, and you should, it's good. If you haven't watched the TV show, you should, it's good. So don't listen to this for a minute, because it's a big reveal. But they basically discover that on one of the planets in the system where they all live, corporate executives were gassing everyone or medicating everyone in some way with this substance called Pax that was supposed to calm everyone down so they wouldn't commit crimes. But it calmed them down so much that they all just stopped eating and doing anything and just laid down and died. Right? So it kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Like, you know, we're trying to keep everyone happy and make them do their jobs, but then, like, it goes overboard and now they've, you know, gone insane. Because that's the other thing, too, is in Serenity, there's a small percentage of the population that instead of becoming peaceful, they go the opposite direction and become crazy and turn into these things called Reavers and start trying to kill everyone. So, yeah, kind of similar there. Okay. Produce productivity report. Let's look at this. Yields are up by 0.003%. The new fertilizer is working wonders. Yeah, okay. User logs. Oh, what's this? Optional, question the Rizzo's intern. I thought we already talked to her. Oh, is she the one that messed up the auto mechanicals? Okay, well now let's recall them. We got a bunch of XP. Let's exit. Alright, now we can go question the intern. I think she's over here. Clues are nearby. What? I thought I already found the clues that were here. Yeah, I already found these. Oh my god, is this just going to tell me every time I walk past these dumbass footprints? Yeah. Alright, let's go talk to the intern. Again.
Back again, eh? I knew you couldn't resist my charms for long. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. Unless you already have, and I've forgotten. In which case, I probably won't forget a second time.
Hey, Kukai! Welcome to the chat room. Yeah, you made it! Good to see you. Michael's having a quiet evening. That sounds good. Oh, we're all here together. That's so much fun. Good to see everybody. I found a toxic mix of fertilizer and weed killer on some purpleberry saplings. Your thoughts?
Why should weed killer affect saplings? Weed killer. It's in the name. It should kill only weeds. That really seems like it's more on product design than on me.
Okay, and it seems that a bunch of our exterminator automechs were on the warpath. Know anything about that?
Well, yes. The orchards are becoming overrun with pests. Usually we give workers handguns and tell them to go to town, which results in many injured workers and a few dead sprats. Our exterminator automechs only kill mosquitoes, and even then, only if an exec somehow ended up in the orchards during a pollinization cycle. So I decided to do some reprogramming. The reprogramming was easy until I locked myself out of the terminal. Then, when I was running away from the bots, I dropped the terminal access card somewhere in the orchards.
Okay. Well, I found it and I fixed everything. You're welcome. Bots were shooting anything larger than a mosquito. Must not have recalibrated targets. Alright, I'm going to say that because I'll get some XP for saying that.
Believe me, I know that now. Guess I did sort of mess that one up. Law's alive. I really did think I was doing good by the orchards, but with all that you've told me, it sounds like I've done much more harm. I know it's a lot to ask, but is there a chance you could vouch for me to my boss? It might not seem like it, but I've been trying to take the initiative. I really do want to help.
I don't know, wouldn't that enable you to screw up even more? What, so you can burn down the rest of the orchards? No chance. Maybe we'll see, or there's no harm in trying to make things better. I'll talk to your boss. What do you mean there's no harm? There's dead people left, right, and center. Yeah, what, so you could burn up the rest of the orchards? Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
Laws no. But I understand. Other employees don't get as many chances as I have, and I squandered them all. I don't deserve this job.
Oh, hey, don't say that. Nobody deserves your job.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm actually doing you a favor because working here, you're probably going to end up dead soon. You'll have a worm in your neck. Alright, let's go back and talk to this guy out by the front entrance. Can I get out here, please? No? Yeah, I've already investigated this. What the heck? Okay. Guess I gotta go out the hedge and go this way. And that little swirly, I was saying this earlier for those who just joined recently, that little swirl above his name means that he's got a worm in his neck. It means that his, like, you know, he's confused or addled or something like that. I looked it up online because I didn't know what that meant. So if they have one of those above their heads, it means they've been bitten by the worm. Alright, let's go talk to this guy.
You're back, I see. Glad Slug hasn't managed to scare you off.
I think it's more of a wonder that nothing in these law-forsaken orchards has managed to kill them.
How's the investigation going? You got a complete report for me yet?
Kukai is asking, is this a mystery-type DLC? Yes, it is. It is called Murder on Eridanos, and there has been a murder. And I am investigating the murder, and then in the process of investigating that, I also have been asked to investigate lots of other things. So, yeah, I'm investigating some crazy auto mechanicals and some dying plants, and I can't remember some other third thing.
All right, let's hear the details.
Oh, right, a shorted out processing console. A drink was spilled on the processing console, shorting it out.
A drink? I ain't never heard of no saboteur dumping drinks all over equipment to destroy it. I hate to say it, but that sounds more like worker carelessness.
How many times do I have to tell you this, old man? Slug isn't behind your problems. Slug wouldn't even need to cause you problems. Your own workers do enough.
Alright, an herbicide was mixed in with the fertilizer, which ended up killing the saplings.
Ha! Knew Slug was behind the damn sabotage.
Please, We're subtle, but that's too subtle. If we wanted to destroy your saplings, you'd have known them by the blackened remnants of their stems, not some half-assed poisoning.
And I took care of the roaming exterminator automex.
Huh. You didn't destroy any of them?
Nope.
Reckon I would have lost that bet. Thanks.
One less expense for you to explain to your bosses, Hathaway. Lucky you.
Ooh.
So what were the fine details of the sabotage anyhow? Were Slug's lackeys trying to get the mechanicals to kill all our waspitos?
I could say, I guess they were really just trying to kill everything. You're worried that Slug is trying to mess with your livelihood. Yeah, it seems like.
Of course. And what better way to do that than by targeting our pollinizers? They'd be a hell of a pain to kill manually. But if you set the mechanicals to do it...
In your delusional fantasy, the waspitos wouldn't be out until next pollinization cycle. Wouldn't someone notice the rampant mechanicals beforehand?
That seems like a question you should be asking yourself.
Is there a way to manually initiate a pollinization cycle? Ooh. I'm gonna ask that.
Well, yes, it's possible to manually start and end cycles in Hive Control, but we keep a careful watch on it. And there have been no non-Rizzo's personnel in or out.
Stop wasting everyone's time, Hathaway. What you're proposing is infinitely less likely than an idiot maneuver by one of your incompetent workers.
Which is what it
I
was.
won't hear any further slander. Let's go through this one final time so even you can't confuse it, Hathaway. Slug didn't do a damn thing to your orchards. You're chasing ghosts.
Talk about ghosts all you like, but someone was screwing with my orchards. If it wasn't Slug, then who the hell was it?
Oh, I can rat her out. Anna Summers was responsible for all the mishaps. Anna Summers caused your problems, but she didn't do it on purpose. Say nothing. No idea. Sorry. Okay. In real life, I would not rat her out because fuck the corporations. I'd be like, I don't know. But in this particular case, in this world, I think I'm doing her a favor by getting her out of here because this is crazy. She's going to end up with a worm on her neck. So I'm going to go ahead and say she did it but didn't do it on purpose, and maybe they'll fire her or relocate her somewhere else in the company and she won't get a worm in her neck. That's what I'm going to hope for.
Summers? The intern? I didn't really take her for a meddlesome type. But now that I think about it, that's why she'd be a perfect saboteur.
No, I said she didn't mean to do it on purpose, you dumbass.
Later. Right now, we have the orchards have to settle things with Slug. I reckon that you're about as impartial a third party as we're gonna get. Can you mediate?
What the hell. The orchardist seems to get off on complicating what should be a simple deal, but at this point, I just want to be paid and go. The pollen in the air is agitating.
Alright, you wasted Slug's time and tried to blame your screw-ups on them. Pay up. Slug's presence is making productivity in the orchards worse. Don't give them another bit. Rizzo's will have bits to spare after the brown unveiling. Could pay then with interest. If either of you sprat fucks bicker for a second longer, I'll rip your tongues out. That's tempting. I think I'm going to say Rizzo's will have bits to spare after the brown unveiling. Could pay them with interest.
Never liked paying bits if I ain't gotta, but you're right. If we get production finished now, we'll be able to pay later. Thoughts, Slug Boy?
I think that's the first interesting suggestion I've heard since our back and forth began.
Ooh,
Slug
that's
can
a lot
wait
of
for an
XP.
increase in costs. I hope we won't have this conversation again.
Now
Oh
that
my
that's
god,
out of
that's
the
a lot of
way, we can
XP.
discuss the intern.
60,000.
If she was really causing all that trouble, I will delight in severing her from her job.
Rizzo's reputation increased. Oh, and more bits. Dang, the bits are just racking up, aren't they? Your intern confessed to being inept, but she honestly seemed like she just wanted to help. Send that sprat bag to the unemployment line. I think you should just let her keep doing what she's doing. Alright, yeah, I wouldn't have ratted her out in the first place if this was the real world, but dang, I think I'm doing her a favor by getting her the heck out of here, so I'm gonna say that he should send her to the unemployment line.
Believe me, I'm way ahead of you. Thanks for your help getting to the bottom of things. Here's your money. With a little extra for securing the extra evidence. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna try to figure out how to untangle the mess the intern's left in her wake.
Oh, and even more bits. Good lord. Okay. let's take a look at our reputation now. Dun, 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 dun. Sublight Underground is still neutral. But Rizzo's... Oh yeah, I've got a whole 1% positive with them for doing all of that. Are you kidding me? Oh, that's BS. Alright. So what's next? Okay, I can go and try to find the Prophet of Profitability, but she's in the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. I'm not over there, that's a different section. Right, we have the RR&DD Lab security card, so we can go check that out. We also have the Puzzle Hedges of Forking Paths. That one sounds like a lot of fun. I want to do that. There's a hedge maze over here. And if we can get to the center of it, we might get some cool stuff. But we're probably going to have to fight like robots and crazy people and stuff on the way. So... Now, with all these warnings and all this talk about the killer bees, I'm thinking at some point they're going to get released. And we're going to have to fight our way through them. But it hasn't happened yet. Alright. Alright, we were here yesterday and we talked to this lawyer guy. And he wants us to try to get into the center of the maze. Make your way past mines, killer mechanicals, and other threats to get to the center of the Purpleberry puzzle hedges where your prize awaits. And let's see, before I do that, I'm probably going to do a little save, just so I have a hard save. And I'm also gonna do a trivia question. Which Roald Dahl book has been turned into a 2016 film starring Mark Rylance? Is that how you say his name? Roald? Anyway, the guy that wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So the answer is not Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. But he wrote other books, and one of them was turned into a 2016 film. Tell me what you think it is. And I'm gonna do a save. Kukai is saying mazes are fun. Yeah, they are. This is gonna be good. Chantigo has no idea. Celtic Granny's guessing Annabelle. Nope. That's not the answer. Alright, here we go. Which way should we go? Left is always right. That's what we say. I think I heard some drones or something over here when I was outside the maze the other day. So, let's try... my electrical weapon. Oh, there's a person there. Alright, I'll come talk to you in a minute.
I'll take your confession now. Well done. We're still alive.
All right. Ooh, a bunch of Adreno. Okay. Ooh, Spectrum Blue. I don't think I've seen one of those before. Pretty. Wish we could sit in the chairs, but we can't. That's not a thing in this game. Alright. Let's go see who this is. Now, the lawyer at the front entrance told us that there were other people trying to get to the center of the maze. Maybe she's one of them.
Greetings. Have you brought your auto-mechanical to the service technician lately?
What you just said sounds both banal and scripted enough to be a code phrase. Am I wrong? I can't use that one? Dang it. I mean, it was on my list of things to do soon.
I'll bet. Judging by this exchange, I presume you are not the person I was waiting here to meet.
How do you know I'm not?
You're not covered in a layer of dirt, fertilizer, and self-loathing. Listen, I don't know you, so I'd rather keep my admissions to a minimum without the presence of legal counsel. I was waiting for someone to give me information about these hedges. That's as much as you need to know.
And much, much more than we wanted to.
I take offense to that, I think.
Oh, that was good. Oh, I get it. You're after the prize at the center.
Shh, not so loud. Ah, damn it. I guess you already know. I am indeed looking for the prize. You've caught me.
Okay, if finding the bottle won't let you go to the unveiling, why are you here? You're not the only one looking for the Spectrum original. Sorry, I already agreed to get it for someone else. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to tip my hand. What does this one mean, though? If finding the bottle won't let you go to the unveiling, why are you here? Okay, you're not the only one looking for the Spectrum. I'm going to say that.
No. There's a bottom feeder who sees an easy payday connected to it, but he's hardly worth considering. I also briefly engaged with an optimistic young woman intending to use the original as a springboard for upward mobility. Better than letting it rot, but still not ideal.
Okay. Enough about all that.
Think fast. Never know when someone will come out of a bush, bolt or pistol at the ready. Keep your voice down. Never know who might be listening.
Okay, so who exactly are you?
Nobody of consequence. Think of me as an archivist. I collect that which the corporations have dismissed as failures and try to sweep under the rug. Take the recalled Spacer's Choice Powerhead. It was a shotgun shell on a stick, apparently supposed to be used like a spear. Had a tendency to ream the user's torso with buckshot. Corps don't want the common man to know about screw-ups like that. which is why I keep my actions decidedly in the shadows.
Alright, and you mentioned a prior Orchards contact?
I did. Someone I paid to inform on the Orchards after I heard murmurs of a prize here. For security reasons, I never learned much about my contacts. All I knew about this one was that they were a groundskeeper. But the one here is either senseless or acting very well. Presumably, whoever I was in contact with was lying. Or they were found out and hurled off the side of Eridanos. It's a risk of the business.
Alright, so about the prize you want.
I'm afraid I haven't made much headway on my own. Admittedly, I'm a little wary of all the explosions I keep hearing.
Okay, I guess I'll say if finding the bottle won't let you go to the unveiling, why are you here?
What interest have I in an unveiling? I don't watch much in the way of serials, and crowds only make it easier for people to get behind you. I'm after the Spectrum original itself. And not to drink. Have you noticed that there's no trace of anything the corporations have done in the past? In fact, this contest for the original is the only time I've ever seen a corp refer to a prototype product not currently on the market. And why isn't it on the market?
You know, I just remembered that I don't care. No, I'm not going to say that. Now that you mention it, it is a little strange.
Indeed. And it's happened before. Seems the Corp are trying to hide their past failings. Anyhow, it's valuable to me to collect that which might inform future generations.
Okay, and now all I can say is sorry, I've already agreed to get it for someone else.
Did you now? And how do you know the others aren't secretly Rizzo's agents who'll stab you in the back and take the bottle the moment you turn away?
How do I know you're
Give me
not?
the original and your actions will actually matter. I can promise you that.
Oh, okay.
Think fast. Never know when someone will come out of a bush.
Alright, bye. Alright, so she wants the bottle as some kind of proof of what the corporations were doing in the past. I don't really understand why that matters to her. Don't care. Let's see what's down here. Oh, that's where we just were. And that's a dead end, okay. It looked like there was a weird... Yeah, look at that. Oh, look at that's very Alice in Wonderland, isn't it? Oh, I love that. Look at that. That is so cool. I still was guessing Uncle Oswald. No. Gentiga says Star Wars. Nope, sorry. The author of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory did not write Star Wars. Kukai says, for some reason when I hear Annabelle I think of candy. It's because Annabelle is a candy company. I think Celtic Granny and I were just talking about that the other day. Abba Zabbas. They make Abba Zabbas. Alright. Should we go through here? This looks interesting. I'm tempted. Oh, there's another one right there. Ooh, there's another little doorway here. Oh. That's the little door from the other side. Alright, let's see. Nope. Dead end. Okay. Oh, shoot.
Never anger a man of the cloth. Can't get away from me! No! I just want to be your friend.
Holy shit.
That's the last of them.
Alright, cool. Shh. Rupturing host. Sounds like one of them set off a mine. Unless that was one of my dudes setting off the mine. Alright, so these are all former Rizzo workers that have these worm things attached to them. Here, see? Some of the people that we've talked to who have the worms and aren't crazy yet, they just have one worm on their neck. But these ones that have a whole bunch of worms all over them, they go crazy. Whew, this is really cool. I like this. Chintugo likes the armor. Yeah, I don't know if you're being sincere or being sarcastic. I'm not a big fan. I mean, it's great armor. It's got a really high armor rating. This stuff, the one I'm wearing is 108. The ones they're wearing, 90, and I think the Vicar's is 87. Yeah, which is a lot better than the armor we had, but I'm not crazy about the pink and blue colors. I wish we could change the colors. I also have, everyone has helmets on, but the thing is that I deactivated, there's a little button you can click on the settings that will make it so that their heads are visible even if they're wearing helmets. So they get the armor class, the benefit of the armor class from the helmet, but they don't actually have to cover their faces. So that's cool. Oh, apparently I can take a perk too. I should do that. Okay, what should I take? Headshot kills explode, damaging nearby enemies. That's pretty cool. I can reduce plasma damage that is dealt to me. Wow. Oh, after killing an enemy, I can reduce ranged weapons sway and movement penalty. I don't care about that. Doing more science weapon damage might be cool. I would use the gloop gun more, maybe. A lot of these have to do with having no companions in your party, but... Ooh, quiet weapon damage up 25%. Ah, well, I silence all of my weapons. We should take that one. I didn't realize that was the thing. Alright, let's look at our weapons now. Yeah, so this has a Whisper Quiet Muzzler. This has... I thought this had... No, it's not. This one, that's not. I thought I had a muzzle on... Okay, this one's got a Whisper Quiet Muzzler. Did I just waste a perk? Was that worth it? Ah, well. What's done is done. Not like there's a whole lot of other perks that really matter all that much. I mean, the science weapon damage maybe might be fun, but... the rest of these aren't that big of a deal. That's why I don't bother taking all of the little phobias and debuffs and stuff, because it's not worth it for the perks. The perks aren't that great in this game. I hope that's something they work on in the next game, is making the perks more compelling so that you really want them. Oh, okay, Gentigo genuinely likes the armor. Okay, that's cool. Reminds you of Mass Effect. Oh, you know what? Now that you mention it, I can see that. Yeah, I can totally see that. Maybe it's a little bit of a, you know, inspired by Mass Effect kind of thing. Could be. Could be. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I like the way it looks. I just don't like the colors. You know, like if I could paint it a different color, that would make me happy. But I can't. Right, we're getting close to some more enemies. Maybe auto mechanicals? Let's go this way. Oh. Oh, there's a little archway there. For some reason, don't know why. Oh, and there's another archway. Got some dumpsters. I thought I recalled all these combat drones. Back to the garage earlier. I guess these three didn't go with the others. Yeah, I can test the silenced weapons now. Yeah, I should. Which ones do I have that are silenced? That one's not silenced. That one's not silenced. I don't need that. We'll sell it. Oh, we didn't look at the pile driver. Let's see what the pile driver can do. Looks like it does plasma damage. It's for two-handed melee. It has a knockout effect. Let's see if it's any better than what these guys already have. This does 677. This does 410. 571, 410. Okay, nope, it's not better than what we have already. That's a 3.0 plasma rifle. Level 36. Wow. Alright, I don't need the 2.0. We'll sell that. But I'll hang on to the 3.0. I don't use the plasma rifles, but it's still, you know, it's 3.0. That's pretty rare. We don't see that every day. I have this 3.0 bolter pistol I picked up yesterday. It is silenced. So maybe I should swap it out. And use it instead. What do you think? Alright, we were here in the trees. We're squeezing through here. Sounds like there's still some auto mechanicals over there. Ooh, what is this? What in the world? What did that say? The prize? Alright, we're getting close. Can we go in here? Hello? No? Just a tomb, huh? Just a random tomb. It's like a Halloween corn maze. Just spooky. Alright, sounds like it's robots. So what we'll do... We'll switch this out. For this again, because it does electricity damage. Which is better against robots. Though I wish I could find a better version of this Deadeye assault rifle so that I could put some mods on it. I'd like to get a silencer on this thing, which should be nice.
Everyone all right?
Did you get it? Oh. Oh, there's still one more enemy somewhere in here. Nope, it sounds like a robot. Oh, 2 more, 3 more. God dang it. Hang on. Yeah, I knew I was getting close to getting low on that stuff. Now I want to put in this. Hang on. I think, maybe. Yeah. I don't want the Tyleritos or the Immunosol. I want Purpleberry Punch, which adds +1 to body attributes. And body attributes are strength and dexterity. And so that will not do anything for me as far as strength because I don't use melee or heavy weapons or whatever. But dexterity, it should improve my sneak and my lockpick and stuff and my handguns. So that's something anyway. Or I could use, let's see what else I have. I'm gonna put those in my junk. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Spectrum Blue, Spectrum Black, all these cool spectrums. What's this one do? Ooh, tactical time dilation recharge rate increased. I'll put that in there. I think that makes more sense. Or the armor rating would be nice. Yeah, let's put that in. Oh, Kukai is saying it's great that you can silence almost any firearm. Well, I don't know about any. I silence all the ones that I can, but some of them don't have a slot for it. I mean, I was able to silence this one, but this one I can't. I can modify the sights and I can modify the clip, but I can't modify the muzzle, which is why I wish I could find a Deadeye Assault Rifle 2.0 or 3.0, because I think that means that there's an extra modification slot and I could put a silencer on it. But I haven't found one in this game. Have not been able to find one at all. This one's got a silencer on it, a Whisper Quiet muzzle, because it's got the 3 slots for me to modify, but like this one doesn't. I can't modify this one. So, oh well. Alright guys, you ready? Oh, what's this? What's over here? Well, this says the prize is this way. We were just here. How do we get to it? Oh shit, that startled me. I'm gonna go back to the tomb. I didn't look around this whole area around the tomb. Oh shit. My bad. Okay. Let's go this way. Alright, we're almost there. This looks like the heart of the maze, but I want to see what's over here first. Because I think this is the other side. Yeah, we didn't come through here. We could have. Ooh, what's this? It's a hole in the hedge, but it's not marked. And it's got a bin with nothing in it. Well, dang it. Alright. Here we go.
Well, we made it. And I'm not
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Oh, god damn it, you stupid magnifying glass. I wanted to hear what Felix had to say. Felix says we made it, and I'm not seeing a giant stockpile of Rizzo's Purpleberry Bunch, so I'm pretty disappointed right now. Cute. Oh, it's in here.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Heart of the purple hedge. Heart of the puzzle hedge discovered. Winner. Okay.
Analysis. Ground appears to be scattered with purpleberry seedlings. This particular strain is of a variety proprietary to Rizzo's and should not be in common use.
You notice a glass bottle containing some of the seedlings half buried in the dirt. As you turn it over, you find a label on the bottom that reads, Property of Carter Reynolds, Botanist. Looks like the person who took the original didn't hide their tracks so well. Time to have a word with the botanist. The person who took the original, you've gained the botanist's bottle. The heck are they talking about? Oh, because the prize isn't here. If you're the winner, then you should be picking up a bottle of the original. But there's no bottle of the original here. Oh, okay. Yeah, for real. Kukai is saying, wonder whose tomb. Yeah, I couldn't get into it. I don't know why it's there. I guess they just needed some other thing to put there. You know, like when you're building a Fallout 4 settlement and you're going through all your assets trying to find something interesting. They were just going through all the game assets like, what can we put here? Captain Robin's spine. Okay. Why is Captain Robin's spine here? Winner, winner, chicken dinner! What is Captain Robin's spine? It is one of those acidy... No, it's not an acid. It's one of those knives, though. Usually they have acid on them. Captain Lance Aulalt's bravery and martial expertise were legendary, as was his twin brother's cowardice and ineptitude. When Lance's enemies began running away for fear of being felled by his blade, he decided to name his weapon after his brother. Oh, bold Sir Robin! Brave, brave Sir Robin, who boldly ran away. Ah, I wonder if this is a Monty Python reference. Oh, that's awesome. It does 543 damage, which is still not as good as that one or that one. Well, close on that one. It might be kind of funny to watch Vicar Max using this. But, okay. Cool, we got it. Oh. Here we go. Let me catch up with the chat room a little bit here. Okay. Alrighty. I guess now we're just going to try to get out of here. Oh, I got to examine. Pick up Purpleberry Puzzle Hedges Completion Certificate. Congratulations, Explorer! You've reached the center of the Purpleberry Puzzle Hedges. This certificate entitles you to a 5% discount on certain Rizzo's products at select Rizzo's vending machines. Note that promise of discount is non-binding. Any failure to find Rizzo's vending machines accepting said discount are the responsibility of the holder, not the Rizzo's Corporation. Any attempts to force a discount or dispute the grounds of this certificate's discount will be prosecuted to the full extent of lethal force. Okay. Display case plaque. Greetings and congratulations, visitor. You've found your way to the center of the Purpleberry Puzzle Hedges and have earned this one-of-a-kind boon, the right to look upon a one-of-a-kind Rizzo's product free of charge. We encourage you to wonder at what the Spectrum Original might taste like as you keep at least 3 feet away from the display case at all times. Alright, I got some XP. And we searched for clues. Search the conservatory. Alright, I guess we gotta go find the botanist guy. Maybe he took the bottle. So clearly he got to the center of the maze easy peasy lemon squeezy ahead of everyone else for some reason, and then he took the bottle and hid it. Oh, and I should give the answer. The book that was turned into a 2013 film starring Mark Rylance that was written by the same author who wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Roald Dahl. Wish I knew how to say his name. Roald Dahl. The movie was the BFG. About the giant. Big Friendly Giant, I think it stands for, something like that. Alright, now we started to head this way-ish. Are there any clues or markings on this? It's a very purple tomb. Nope, can't interact with it. Alright, we came this way. Right? Alright, let's go this way. Sounds like we got some robots over here. Oh, right, we checked that box already. Let's see. Let's go this way. Oh, here's a box that we haven't looted. Oh, nope. That's a dead end. Well, how the heck? Where are we supposed to go? This way? Oh, shit. Oh. I kind of messed myself up a little bit. Come on, shake it off. Shake it off. There we go. It's gone. Oh dang, there's a person there. Oh, and a person here. A former person. Hotel guest. Puzzle Hedge's log. The treasure must be near. I can almost smell it. Well, I could if I had any sensation in my nose or mouth. I've been eating purple berries for the last day, and though at first they were pleasant, lately it's been harder to work my jaws to chew them. 6 of us entered this maze under the pretense of a friendly hunt for the maze's secret, but only a fool would take that at face value. Carter got us lost in only a few hours, and when Sydney and some of the others became abrasive, I decided to be proactive. Fewer people to split the reward with. Before I shot him, Carter claimed that it wasn't worth it, that the treasure could be shared. He must have been desperate indeed if he thought I would fall for the same trick twice. Whatever the case, I'm sure I'll be up and searching again. I will find the treasure, or I will die trying. Well, you died trying. Now, who's this guy? Oh, person, Emily. No. I don't want to pick. I'm trying to stand up. Hello?
My word, stranger, you sure gave me a fright. I thought you were one of those strange sorts heaving all over the place. Maybe they got a bad batch of purpleberry wine. Since you don't seem to be laughing maniacally or projectile vomiting, think you could do me a favor? I'm trying to come up with a new name for a glacial age product, but the creative side of things just isn't my area of expertise. Do you happen to have any ideas?
I can't lie to her. As it so happens, I freelance as a product design consultant. Now, I could try. Is wandering through hedge mazes, asking strangers for product advice, a pastime of yours? Why, so you can take my ideas and use them without paying me? No thanks. I said, I guess I could try.
Great! Don't worry too much about getting it wrong. If the high-rungers hate your idea, I can always just blame it on an intern. So, the company I'm with is Glacial Age. Our products usually have a finer ring to them, and the product I'm trying to name is a vodka. Take your shot.
How about Rainbow Ice Vodka? What do you think of volatile vodka? Distilled Dreams by Glacial Age. If you want to seem uppity, on second thought, maybe it's better if you keep thinking. I like the idea of rainbow ice vodka.
Wow, that sounds great. I'm sure my bosses will love it. And don't worry, I'll absolutely credit you in one of the product footnotes.
What is it you were trying to find a name for? Anyway, I get the funny feeling you're not just here to you're not just here to sightsee, are you?
Hell no. Who'd sightsee in a place like this? I've nearly stepped on 3 landmines, and I just had to crawl through a hole in a hedge to keep myself from being crisped up by a mechanical. When you hear the word maze, do you typically think of instant death lurking around every corner? Because I sure don't.
Okay, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say you want to reach the center.
Close. I want what's in the center. You've heard of the competition, right? Whoever gets to the center gets a rare Rizzo's product and the chance to meet Halsey and Helen? My eyes on the rare Rizzo's product, namely the Spectrum Original, the first product Rizzo's ever made. I intend to reverse engineer it and make it Glacial Age's own.
Yeah, this
You
corporate
mean you're gonna slap your
bullshit.
label on the bottle and say you made it?
Yep.
Ooh, this is dandy. I was not expecting any feedback from field testing before I'd even created the product. I'll be sure to jot that down for future reference. All I need for my prototype is the original itself. Then I can start production.
Blah, 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 blah. I already promised to give it to someone else.
Looks like the others are getting a little more aggressive. I know it's asking a lot, but maybe you could find it for me instead? Help out a struggling R&D developer?
Yeah, good luck with that.
My oh my, wouldn't it be wonderful if a freelancer could help rescue me from my horrible plight?
Goodbye. Screw that. I'm not gonna help her with her corporate BS. Just like I didn't help that dude back at the hotel that wanted me to mess up the swimming pool. They're looking for me. Was that one down? There we go. Drug addiction. Taking as many drugs as you have has turned to an addiction, making you suffer withdrawal if you go too long without another hit. I don't care. Don't want the perk points. Thank you. Drug addiction. What drugs am I taking? I thought I was just taking a healing adreno shot. Alright. Thanks for the help. Oh. Okay. How did that get in here? Kukai is asking, do your companions die on survival difficulty? I believe they do. I don't know. I've never played. I think it's called Supernova. I've never played on Supernova. I'm playing on hard, which is one step above normal, but it is not Supernova. But yeah, I think that they do die. If they go down, that's it. So Supernova is probably best played alone, which, you know, you can do. There's a bunch of perks that give you all kinds of benefits if you go it alone without companions. But I'm not doing that. There's a little doorway. What's in here? Oh, that's the loader. Okay, never mind. Oh, nope. Nope, can't go that way either. Okay. Oh, here we go. We're back to the lawyer. Alright. So. The clue you uncovered points you to the conservatory. Okay, let's go back. Alright, I am going to... Oh, hang on. I'm going to swap out this thing for my fancy dancy N-ray gun. Alright, so we gotta go this way. Find out where the prize was taken. They still haven't cleaned up that body. Alright, dude.
Hello again, youngster. You're certainly doing a lot of running to and fro. Don't overexert yourself. The wasp-ketos can smell weakness. Bleeding hell. Standing up like this makes a body forget how stiff it gets bent over plants all day.
Alright, I found this
Seems
bottle.
I'm not as young as I feel.
Found this bottle at the heart of the puzzle hedges. Say it's yours.
Oh, there that damn thing is. Thank you. I guess this proves it's wise to label your things. Otherwise, some fool might use them as prizes in an ill-advised scavenger hunt.
Yeah, did you drop this when you were stealing the original from the maze? I found it real close to where I should have found the Rizzo's original. It was at the center of the maze. It probably I'll just say this.
I will admit, I did take the original, yes. But I did so to keep it away from those who shouldn't have it. It's safer in my hands. If you're here to get it, I might suggest you give up. I'm known to be quite a stubborn kid.
Okay, what do you want it for? Don't you think the mines and killer mechanicals are a bit of an overreaction? You taking the original makes it seem like Rizzo's lied about a prize, which is fraud. You can hand it over, or I'll rip it from your broken fingers. Ooh, the administrator wanted me to get it. Are you going to be difficult? That's a lie. On second thought, you can keep it. I don't know what it behooves me to let him keep it. I'm going to use persuasion. If you take it, then it's fraud.
Damnation, hadn't thought of that. Isn't my having it better than any random guest making off with it? I guess not, if it'll cause the company more trouble. Here's the original. Don't do anything with it that I wouldn't do.
Okay. I guess I have it now. Is it in my quest journal? Yep, there it is. Rizzo's Spectrum Original. This is a bottle of Spectrum Original, the first Rizzo's Spectrum ever made. It is rather notably achromatic. Colorless but not tasteless. Spectrum Original. Okay. What in the world is this? I still have the cantankerous canid targeting module, huh? Okay. Alright, you have the original. Now it's time to return it to Samuel Hutz. Hopefully he won't sue you for wasting his time. Okay. So my options are, I can give this to the lawyer, who is at the beginning of the maze. He's the one that really wants it. Well, they all really want it. Or I can give it to the entrepreneur, who will steal it and take it over to Glacial Age Whiskey and use it to make their own version. Or I can give it to the collector lady, which, to be honest, I have no idea. I don't really understand why she wants it, other than to maybe undermine the corporation or something. And I don't really remember why the lawyer wanted it either. But, does it really matter? Is it mattering? Who should I give it to? The lawyer, the entrepreneur, or the collector? Gentigo would give it to the collector lady. Yeah, I'm leaning that direction. I'm wondering if I can talk to the lawyer and refresh my memory as to why he wanted it.
I'm glad you're back. The sooner I gain your assistance, the sooner I can leave these miserable outdoors and return to my temperature-controlled office. I'm sure you have questions.
You said you're a lawyer, and what are you doing all the way out here?
When the going gets tough, the lawyers start going. Some farther than others. I've been a junior lawyer for coming up on 20 years now. And quite frankly, I'm getting old. Hopefully there will be enough legal kindling out here to fuel my firm for a while longer. And if I find that kindling, I stand to finally get my raise.
You don't look like you've been at it for 20 years. I mean, he doesn't even have any gray in his hair or his beard. You said you work for Forest Mills?
I do indeed. Specifically, I'm their general counsel. Forest Mills, if you somehow don't know, owns Tile, Wentworth, Dock Rocket, and 24/7 Furniture. We're something of a big deal.
Okay. That still didn't remind me of why this guy wanted the original in the first place. I'm trying to remember why I want what he said yesterday. He wants to drink it, Kukai says. Alright, I don't remember why he wanted it, but I'm suspicious of the collector lady, and I don't care about the entrepreneur lady, so I'm just going to give it to him.
Ah, finally! Where have you been all my life, my darling? You and I will make quite a team, won't we? Your pay, good freelancer. I shall win this case in your honor.
Ooh, I leveled up. Plus, you know, he's kind of cute, and I like his voice, so... Yeah, I know. I'm just that easy. Alright, I leveled up again. And I do like his voice. I want to find out who the voice actor is. Hang on. Let's see if I can find the credits. Nope, I don't know. Let's see. It doesn't list his voice actor in the IMDb listing of the credits. It's a bummer. I wish I knew who that was, because I do like the sound of his voice. Okay. We have skill points available. Right. Ooh. If I increase my science, I can do more plasma and shock damage, and science weapon effects are better. Alright, let's put some points into that then. We'll put a point into persuasion. Sure. All right. Now what? We can enter the Rizzo's RR&DD labs. Yeah, let's do that since we're here. This is part of the Purpleberry area. So we'll do this next. Yeah, Kukai is saying most of the voice actors are from other Bethesda Obsidian games. Are they? It's just strange that there wouldn't be any credit for this particular voice actor doing this character. Sometimes in the DLC, the credits aren't always complete. Come on. There we go. Let's carry that. Alright, we want to go that way. It's been a while since I did a save. Let me do a save here. But yeah, you're right. The voice actors often do voices across several different games, and they can often do lots of different characters. Like, I've heard a few of the characters in this DLC whose voices kind of sound like Nyoka or like Felix. So they probably brought some of the same voice actors in to do some of the other characters for the DLC and stuff, but just his voice in particular I really liked, and it sounds very familiar to me, so it was kind of, you know, I gotta figure out who that is. Could just be a coincidence, or, you know, it could be somebody we've heard in this game or in some other game before. Definitely. Alright, let's get into the RR&DD labs. Unlock with the security access card that we found. And we're actually getting a loading screen, so let's ask another trivia question. The 2016 movie Independence Day Resurgence was released how many years after the original? I guess they mean the original Independence Day movie. Is that the one that had the, what was it? Was it an Aerosmith theme song? The original Independence Day? That I Don't Want to Miss a Thing song. Oh no, that was Armageddon. Okay. You know, end of the world movies. Yeah, it is Aerosmith though. And that was for a 1998 movie, Armageddon. Alright, so this is Rizzo's RR&DD lab. There's a little ship model. I don't know if I like the music in here.
Hello? I can hear you out there. If you still possess the majority of your mental capacities, please locate the test room through the lobby and to the left. You'll see me through the glass.
The music is kind of creepy and mysterious. Oh, another bolter pistol 3.0. Hack 60 to view recent appointments. Yes, I will. Thank you. Name Ruth Bellamy. Stage name Halcyon Helen. Lab tour. I'm sorry I haven't had the chance to get your name yet and update the terminal. When you have a moment, could you bring a mop to the lobby? Dr. Blossom seems to have had a rather rough night and spilled some coffee on the floor. Is it coffee or is it blood? What in the Architect's Blue Blazes is going on? What in blessed corporate law is all that commotion down there? I don't believe the rocket fuel combination distillery mixture was scheduled for another week. Could someone please inform me as to what the racket is all about? You better have a damn good reason for interrupting my meeting with the administrator. I expect a full explanation and apology. Okay. Alright, so we know Helen was here. I mean, we kind of already knew that. I don't know why we needed to hack the terminal to find that out, but okay. Ooh.
Yet another researcher killed in the line of duty. Who knew research and development was such a dangerous profession?
For real, Max, for real. Another champion tossball stick. Oh, that's pretty cool. Little Rizzo's display. Estella says 10. Gentigo is saying 7. Nope. Oh, thank you, Kukai. Hope you're having a great week, and everyone's having a great week. So far, so good. Ooh, we can get rid of our junk. Oh, it's a darn good thing, too. I was maxed out on my carry weight there. Oh, you know what? It's because I didn't put all of my mods back into storage. I'm probably carrying around a bunch of mods. I'm gonna buy that one. Yeah, see, I'm carrying around a whole bunch of mods. Okay, that's new. I don't remember hearing that little jingle before. Let's talk to this person.
How in the aether did you get in here? You're not a Rizzo's authorized. Oh, void it all. What does it even matter now? What do you want? Speak up and quickly if you will.
I'm investigating Halcyon Helen's murder. Was she here recently?
You do know that Halcyon Helen is a fictional character portrayed by the late actress, Ruth Bellamy, yes? One can't be too sure with so many simpletons around in the day-to-day. Regardless, I am not at liberty to divulge such information with non-employees or personnel lacking security clearance level Spectrum Orange. Of course, if you were to say, contract your services to me, I suppose I could grant you clearance enough to answer your murder-related questions, Ms. Inspector. You see, I've found myself in a bit of a pickle. Some of my lab techs have turned rather aggressive following a recent experiment gone awry. Hence why I've barricaded myself in the lab.
Didn't see any hostiles on the way here from the entry door. You can make a run for it. What goes on in these labs that would turn your researchers against you? There isn't anything you can do to help? I can take care of your problem, but I'll need you to answer some questions afterwards. I'll use persuasion so I can get the XP.
Yes. I suppose I should make myself useful. Let me think. Ah, I know. I can remotely unlock the supply closets in the lower levels of the lab. Perhaps you'll find some useful apparatus or two in them.
Okay. What goes on in these labs that would turn your researchers against you?
Oh no. They're quite unaware of their actions, I'm afraid. We're a research and development branch of Rizzo's, focused primarily on the Spectrum vodka line. But the specific research that goes on in this facility is utterly confidential. You understand?
I'll find out when I hunt through the labs. Yeah, I can't use that when it's grayed out. Oh well. Ah, come on. Your secret's safe with me.
Call me a skeptic, but no. I don't believe it would.
Alright, forget
Happily. Of course.
I'll take care of your problem, but I'll need you to answer some questions afterwards.
Excellent. You have my gratitude, and soon you'll have my knowledge of Miss Bellamy's recent visit as well. Now, if you'd rather not kill my lab techs during this cleanup, I believe you can dispense a sedative gas from a terminal in the utility room.
Though it may be the more difficult route, I believe we should make every effort to save the lab techs. They are victims here.
The door to the lower labs is sealed for our safety, so you'll need to take the elevator down. I'll unseal the access hallway for you now. Do take care.
Okay. I'll do the best I can, but if they attack me, I'm shooting them. Yeah, that's probably the way we'll come out. Gloop, 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 gloop. Mind the gas canisters. This is your friendly custodial staff offering a preemptive apology if the elevator hall is crowded with gas canisters. There are quite a few of them and only one of me, so I'm moving them in loads down to the utility room. Do be cautious. They're filled with a sedative potent enough to put a hungry mama raptidon out cold. After work bar meetup. Dear esteemed colleagues, my team and I are all heading to the Grand Colonial's bar this evening for some drinking and fellowship. All real scientists are welcome to join us. You know, the ones that produce quantifiable data and theorems and don't spend their time jabbering over how, quote, this lighting on that bottle will increase customer sentiment. Cheers from some who understands that market researchers aren't real scientists. Okay. Increased proactive measures. Team, as we continue our new round of research and product development, I am increasing the required safety gear for lab workers involved. As some of you know, a few recent accidents involving subjects have left workers maimed, scarred, and one worker had their left hand permanently discolored to a shade of lime green. Rizzo's Research and Development District Labs is expected to continuously produce revolutionary advancements in the food and beverage industry. These measures will help us in further pursuit of that mission. Gentigo said, I did not hear the question. I went to get some oatmeal. The question was, the 2016 movie Independence Day Resurgence was released how many years after the original? But I think I still got it. 20 years. You are correct. Point for Istella. Alright, so where's the terminal in the storage room? Utility terminal that way. Oh shoot. So how am I supposed to get in there? Is there a way to get in? Nope, I'm gonna have to at least kill that one. Oh shoot. Does this have a silencer on it? It does.
Trying to infect me with your sorrow? I just wanted to make you smile.
We make quite a team, my friend.
Alright, I was not seeing how in the world we could have snuck past them to get to the terminal. I mean, there's no way in this game to, like, create a distraction or be invisible or anything like that. And it says that the terminal is over there behind a barred door, so we're probably gonna have to go this way. Oh, here's a terminal. Lab notes. 0-calorie sweetener, dopamine, whatever, messages. Does any of this matter? Come on. Apologize for our team's outburst at the product presentation. I assure you we didn't intentionally mean to scream in terror and assume the fetal position when Spectrum Brown and its slogan were unveiled. It has to be something the marketing lab did. For law's sake, they aren't even real scientists. The squabbles have to end here. We already read some of this. Alright. I don't think any of that was useful.
Look at all that, Rizzo. Like something out of my nightmares.
Oh, shoot. Is this the one we need? Alright, dispense sedative gas. New employee orientation. How to be a janitor. Logs. First day. Gas hookup. Experiment participation. I get to be a taste tester. Yay. Okay. I guess I did what I needed to do. I guess it sedated everyone but me. Us. Max and Felix and I. Yep, alright, everybody's sedated. I wanna be sedated. Oh, are they sedated or dead? 'Cause I'm looting them like they're dead. Tactical shotgun 3. Okay. Oh, here's one here. Alright, let's look around this secret lab and see if we find anything interesting. Oh, I can't seem to get into that one, huh? Okay. Ooh, what's up here? Oh, this goes back out to the entrance. I guess. So why did she open the elevator for us when we could have just come down the stairs? If we had come down the stairs, we might have been able to sneak past those people instead of shooting them. And come in right over here. Aw, man. That's a bummer.
They've reproduced all the comforts of home. Only difference being the Byzantium elites aren't the only parasites here.
Oh, this is weird. Why does it look like a house? Why would you need to do that? Let's examine the RR&DD notes. Lewis, if I may say so, you marketing people are scary. Me and the other engineers are going to want 100 bits extra each to keep quiet about this. Anyway, the beds are hooked up with the equipment you requested. Should work fine sensing when those poor product bastards are in REM sleep. Once they are, the Spectrum Brown slogan plays on repeat at 1/4 of a decibel with that recording of people being torn apart by canids on a loop in the background. Extreme morbid curiosity bids that I ask how exactly you procured a recording of so realistic a nature. Self-preservation, however, outpaces that. Just pay me so I can destroy my memories of this interaction with ample application of Spectrum. Nobody of consequence. Why are they feeding subliminal messages while people sleep? Can we interact with this? No. Does this have more information? There's some welcome mats here. Oh, I missed the chocolate bar. Okay. Oh, can't get into that terminal. Can't seem to interact with anything here. Okay. Is this a thing? Can we interact with it? No. Huh. Oh, a workbench, finally. Another model spaceship. What's back here? Coolant tank, canister, pneumatic piston, mag picks. Okay. Alright, let's fix up our weapons and armor. We probably need it. Oh, good night, Michael. Thanks for hanging out with us. Oh, Kukai's got to go too. Bye, everyone. Great to be here, but I got to go. Have a great day. Thanks, Kukai. Always good to see ya. Chinchiga says, I finally got this game downloaded. The Hawthorne thing still cracks me up holding the beacon. Yeah. and the little escape pod thing landed on him and crushed him like the Wicked Witch in The Wizard of Oz with the house landing on her. He's wearing this. It says 76. Oh, that one only says 38. 56. 56. $87. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna... $56. Alright, we'll just leave that. $31. But it adds a lot of benefits. Yeah, I'll just wear this. Early models included a speaker that would emit, "Look at that!" at loud decibels. This feature has been disabled. Yeah, well, that's what this thing does, though. This discrepancy amplifier yells at me, beep beep, there's something to look at. And it's just more footprints. Oh, we got spam bots in the chat room. Let me remove that. Alrighty. Searching around in here. What's in here? Looks like some of those worms. This looks like a much larger version of the worm that's attached to everyone's necks. Few lab notes. Our discovery, Slug Lab. Finally finished our first set of experiments on those parasites we harvested from the infected would-be attraction animals, and the results have been... What the hell am I doing? Why am I taking this tone? Who's going to see this, aside from members of the research team? I barely need mention how beyond completely phenomenal today's find has been. Not only have we discovered why Harold, The system's saddest teacup canid had his remarkable turnaround. Frankly, I'm amazed no one realized something was awry earlier. His cage was only about as large as he was. By the way, Myers, there goes your daily adreno injections theory, you buffoon. But we've also found something that will find me to a vice presidential position in no time. Remind me to devote a bench commemorating the Rizzo's semi-industrial exploration team for giving their lives to bring back the Eridanos gigaseus from the holy caves. I'll also be certain to devote an even larger bench to myself for finding the birth site of the parasites and ordering experiments to start. I've already been in talks with management about ideas for products that could utilize the parasites' joy-intensifying hormones. It's amazing that Slug hasn't looked deeper into this. We may have had to cede them the land, but seemingly they haven't disturbed our research site. Well, their oversight is Rizzo's immense benefit. Great job, me. Okay. Cadaver Removal. The Slug Lab requires your sanitation services for cadaver removal. 1 scientist and 1 test subject. Move the personnel corpse to the incinerator. Send a hazard team to dispose of the test subject. Please don't skimp on protective gear. This is the same message we read before. Alright, there's more lab notes. Today's incident. I'm sure some of you are still shaken by the events earlier today, but the benefits of our research are worth the potential risks. Garcia would agree if she were still alive. I've talked to Administrator Ludovico about setting up some additional security measures in case of another test subject breach. In the meantime, for the love of the architect, do not infect an individual test subject with more than 1 parasite. The frenetic joy will have to be enough, at least for now. I'm still looking into promotional means, but I think we'll find something soon. Rizzo product engineers have discussed mass-producing the parasites and placing them in some kind of beverage to evenly distribute the joy-inducing hormones. Yeah, see, I thought that looked like the little worm in the bottle of the advertisements looked the same as the worm that was on their neck. So I am correct about that. Alright. Blossom demanded that we help the engineering team produce a gas that would target the neural links of individuals infected by Eridanos gigaseus. We did, and it was simple enough. Just isolated a particular cell type only found in the parasites and produced an enzyme that should shock them temporarily into stasis. Blah, blah, blah. So this is basically a solution? You could neutralize the parasites with this gas? Some of the other researchers are talking about altering the gas not to target test subjects, but to target her. And for it not to render its target unconscious, but dead. I wouldn't write this down, but I know Dr. Blossom doesn't read log entries that she didn't write. Okay. There's an orange one, and a purple one, and a yellow one. Are they trying to put it in all the spectrums now? Oh, and look, they're growing some or preserving some here in these. Ew, that looks gross. Come on. There we go. Alright, this is where we came in. We killed these folks. Alright, we've gone through these labs. I told Blossom we weren't crazy. Every single one of us began to have clinical insomnia, and she tells us it's because we drink too much coffee. Well, it is because of the coffee, or more so, what's in the coffee. I had the janitor swap out the coffee grinds an hour later than usual this morning, and what do you know? I've been asleep all day. Those jerks in product have been messing with our supply. Don't ask me how, I just know it. They think they're so smart because they know how molecules work. Well, they aren't the ones that can create a chemical dependency. I've got a Pavlovian prank in place for the Spectrum Brown presentation that'll cause quite the show. Oh. So that's why they were doing the subliminal messages. So that like all of the employees who were attending the Spectrum Brown unveiling would freak out. Dr. Blossom, we're thrilled to hear the news that Rizzo's secured Halcyon Helen as the spokesperson for the new Spectrum product. Our data shows she has favorable dispositions in many key categories, including the coveted 18 to 34 regularly employed existential crisis demographic. Okay. Sending this message to both teams in marketing and product labs. I do not know the extent of your squabbles, but they end here. Okay, I think we already read this, and we already read this. Okay. Just repeating some other stuff we've already heard. Okay, we already went through there. Alright, so I think we've explored everything here. What's over here? Oh, right, she was supposed to open up the storage rooms for us so we could loot things. Oh, there's more stuff back here, too. Okay. Okay, alright, we'll get there. Let's loot this stuff. Oh, this looks like a lunchroom. I don't like the sound of that. I don't like it. No, don't like it at all. Oh my gosh, look at all these goodies. Trash. Okay. what's my carry weight? Alright, I'm good. Oh, nope, these are bathrooms. Anything interesting in here? Okay. Alright, let's go back here and see what we find. I don't like the look of that symbol. Yeah, this looks very sinister back here. This is like a morgue. Look at this. That's a covered body under a sheet. Oh, I don't like this. Oh. Alright, this is the incinerator where they're incinerating test subjects. Oh, I don't like this at all. This is like Vault Tech kind of stuff, you know? This is the sort of thing you'd find in vaults in Fallout. Through here. Examine. Sulfur-soaked top hat. This top hat once belonged to Captain Phaeson of Byzantium, last seen on Terror on Monarch, standing much too close to the edge of a sulfur pit. This pungent accessory should serve as a reminder of the many terrible dangers found on Monarch, and a further example of why no self-respecting Halcyonite should ever visit. Okay, well, I can't take it and wear it. Why would it be in here? That's weird. Oh, can't get through there. Okay. Okay. I think we searched all of this. Let's go up the stairs back here. We came down the elevator, but let's go back up the stairs. Oh, this is like an observation deck here. Oh, here we go. This is... Ah, I bet this is the storage room she was talking about unlocking for me so I could loot it. That wasn't much. Okay.
Just who in the... Oh my law. It's you. Wait. What do you think you are?
Oh shit.
Oh, this is quite troubling. I can't imagine any scenario where this bodes well for the Doctor.
Yeah, it sounded like... Hold to pick. Alright. It sounds like she got shot, doesn't it? What's it?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Oh, dang.
Body heat readings indicate that the culprit was just here, mere moments earlier in the timeline.
Examine the grate. You gauge that this vent probably isn't supposed to be gaping open, but beyond that it's difficult to tell if someone used it to enter the lab or to escape from it. Examine the fuse box. There's a cut wire in the box. Someone wanted the power cut to something, but you're not quite sure what. Probably the door that she was using to keep herself safe, that she was locked behind. That's my guess. So somebody came in through the air vents and cut the power and went in and shot her? Yeah.
Dr. Blossom was a horrible person, but she was going to cooperate with you.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
He said somebody wanted to keep her quiet, but he didn't get to finish saying what he was saying because the stupid freaking magnifying glass interrupted.
Confirmation of discrepancy confirmed. This person is most definitely dead. But recently, they were still alive.
You're sure you heard gunshots, yet this victim's loss of blood is oddly minimal. After much thought, you're unable to deduce any further details. Search the immediate area. You distinctly remember hearing gunshots over the intercom, but you don't see any bullet casings. Whoever Dr. Blossom confronted over the intercom, they dispatched her and all 4 of these scientists without much resistance. Means they must have been well trained, some kind of sharpshooter or adventurer.
Did the device find anything? Besides the obvious, I mean.
5 kills, in and out, before we could catch a glimpse of the culprit. I'd expect more blood. Pretty sure they're dead. Whoever did this was evil, like some kind of villain in a serial adventure. Strange, I heard gunshots over the intercom, but don't see any casings. What do I want to say? 5 kills, in and out, before we could catch a glimpse of the culprit. I'd expect more blood. I guess we'll say that.
As would I. Something is off about this whole situation.
Okay.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Right. Are we gonna have to look at every one of these and say, yeah, they're dead alright?
The organic matter that comprises this lab worker died at a similar time and of similar circumstance as the other corpses already scanned.
Yep. Big shocker. They all died at once. Maybe they were all gassed, just like the way we gassed everybody in the whole facility a few minutes ago. You remember that part? Oh, what's down here?
Not gonna... Oh, whoops. There it is. Okay. This is... This is Dr. Blossom. Eridanium gigaseous slug research report 1. Subject, a bunch of slugs. Ugh. These things may well be Rizzo's ticket to the top of the board. But at the end of the day, they still look like my brother would if he ever stopped wearing that damn toupee. Initially found these little bastards suckling on the hairy undersides of a teacup canid. Much like my brother, who works for the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. The backstabber. Suffice it to say that these things are parasites. The canid didn't seem to mind, but it's almost as stupid as my research staff. Good stuff. Oh, whoops. Got some spectrum on the dissection subject. That's fine. Yeah, I think I see a couple sacs in the worm. Might secrete enzymes or poison or something. We'll figure it out later. Starting to see doubles, so I'm going to switch to working on the Gatling. Almost got the spectrum lock done.
Gatling and spectrum lock? What is she talking about? Hey, George Perez, welcome to the chat room. My day is going okay. I didn't intend to stream as long as I am right now. I'm supposed to be cooking dinner. But this quest line has been very mysterious.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The organic matter that comprises this lab worker died at a similar time and of similar circumstance as the other corpses already scanned.
So I've been continuing to do this quest. We're tracking down the murderer of Halcyon Helen. Oh. This looks like a science weapon. Is this the Gatling she was talking about? Dr. Blossom's office key card. We'll take it. View download confirmation. Okay, I guess we didn't have to search. Report to Administrator Ludovico. I think we've read most of these messages on other terminals already. Miss Bellamy has requested a tour of the facilities while she is visiting Eridanos as Halcyon Helen prepare for her arrival. Well, Leora, at long last you located a bottle of Spectrum Black hidden in a crevice of musty shelf space in the storage warehouse last night. That much closer to finally getting the Spectrum Gatling to work. And what happened? You got all the way back to the water tower before running into a group of primals already diverting themselves with fruits of the fermented variety. One bad blackout later, and here you are covered in primal vomit without the Spectrum Black. Get it together. And this is the same one we've read before. Files. Error file detected. Hack. Parasite findings. Alright. The pheromone that the Eridanium gigaseus secretes produces dopamine more efficiently than anything on record. This product will produce a boozy, feel-good stimulus like no other. But the pheromone's makeup is completely unique, which means there are no regulations surrounding its classification. The idea of a completely addictive product with zero laws surrounding it would certainly justify any means. Okay.
Why do I get the distinct impression someone's trying to stop us?
Maybe because they are? Alright, collect all 8 variants of Spectrum vodka. I think we've done that, actually. I have most of them back on my ship, though. Weapon requires loaded Spectrum vodka array to be functional. Spectrum vodka is deposited. Oh. The Gatling taunts me from behind its glass case. The infernal void damn thing refuses to work, and I know the exact cause. It's me. Why am I wired like this? Whenever I tried to fiddle with the internal sober, I broke parts off or connections failed to fire. The solution is obvious. Get at least a little plastered prior to working. When I'm relaxed, my hands don't shake. Problem is, of course, I also get artistic. Why should a weapon work on mechanics alone? Why shouldn't you have to, say, slot one of every single fucking kind of Spectrum vodka into the thing before it will fire for the first time? I don't even know if it's tied to the weapon's internals or if it's some kind of lock, but it seems like it should fire and absolutely will not. I have to get one of every kind of Spectrum, including black. I can only hope the storage warehouse has a recent shipment of the entire spectrum, or all of this work will have been for nothing. Error, not all spectrum flavors are present. Alright, I have 6 out of 8 of them, and I'm pretty sure I have the other 2 on my ship. Oh, George is getting over a bad cold. Aw, that sucks. At least it wasn't COVID. Yeah. Yep. Spent 2 years wearing a darn mask and never got sick, but I relaxed a little and end up in bed with aches and fever. Yep. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, even if they're all like, hey, COVID is over, you know what? I also really like not having a cold or the flu for the past 2.5 years. Yeah, absolutely. I'm still wearing a mask when I go out in public. I mean, and the thing is that I've been saying that for years, even before COVID happened. That, you know, every time I would go out, especially in the fall and in the winter when people were really sick with the flu and stuff, it's like I'd go out shopping and people would just be standing, you know, 2 feet away from me, coughing and hacking all over me and not covering their mouths or anything. Like, people just don't give a fuck. And then I would end up sick. My whole family would end up sick. And for us, it ends up costing us weeks of time, you know? Because one of us gets sick, and then they're sick for a few days, and then another one gets sick. And it's like, we don't all get sick at the same time. So then it ends up taking up, you know, 2 or 3 weeks of our time for all of us to be well again. And it fucks up things like holidays and stuff. It fucks up Thanksgiving, it fucks up Christmas, it fucks up New Year's, it fucks up vacations. It's so much nicer to not be sick, because you can't rely on your fellow citizens to do the right thing and, you know, cover their faces. And I don't just mean with a mask, but I mean, like, they wouldn't even, like, try to cough into their elbows or anything. And just make everybody else sick. Taking because, you know, fuck it. Nobody cares about each other. Oh, anything in there? No, no. Okay, Felix, I heard you. I heard you loud and clear. I was just standing here not doing anything. I got it. Alright, we gotta come back and get this science weapon, and that means we need 2 more colors of Spectrum vodka. Let's see how many colors I have right now. None here. Alright. I have the blue, yellow, green, purple, black, and red. Alright. I think I need orange and something else. The brown, I guess? The orange and the brown. I've got those on my ship. So we should be able to go to our ship, get those 2, unless we can buy them here. Aha! There's a red. Is that the one that I needed? No, I needed orange, didn't I? Yeah, I needed orange. Orange and brown. Okay, they didn't have orange and brown there. What does this say? We didn't push this button. Hang on. Rizzo's first product. Before Rizzo's was the confectionery juggernaut you know and love today, it was an above-average chemical waste management corporation. On one otherwise remarkable day, an employee on the slurry-stirring shift leaned a little too far over a chemical vat, dropping a single purpleberry that had been hidden in his jacket pocket. Instead of being immediately fired for this hazardous incompetence, the employee was given an ultimatum by his supervisor. Retrieve the fallen fruit and stay employed. The employee jumped into the vat, swam for the purpleberry, and accidentally swallowed it. The rest is history. After he was pulled from the toxic waters, the stirrer stated that the chemical-coated purpleberry hadn't been half bad, before falling into a toxic coma, giving his supervisor the idea to sterilize and adjust the chemical mixture for human consumption. Soon the sour, sweet-coated purpleberries were more or less edible, becoming Rizzo's first mass-marketed product, the Purpleberry Bunch. Yikes. Okay. Let's check our quest journal. You found evidence that a certain research file was downloaded to a data cartridge, then deleted from the terminal. Administrator Ludovico will want to hear the results of your investigation. Okay, nothing about getting this thing out of the case. So, let's run back to the ship. Grab the spectrums that we need. Come back, grab this weapon, and then I'm going to have to go cook dinner. Chintuga's people are disgusting. Yeah, unfortunately. Unfortunately, yeah. They're self-absorbed. Not all people, but enough people, especially where I live. And I mean, that's not the first time I've observed that. Even, like I said, long before COVID, I live and shop sometimes, have to travel through certain areas that are a bit posh, shall we say, a little bit upper middle class.
Unscheduled pollination cycle is about to commence.
Oh shit.
Please evacuate the orchards at this time.
Okay, I will happily evacuate the orchards. Let me go back to my ship. And, but that means that I can't come back to get the science weapon without coming through the pollination bugs. So we're gonna have to do that tomorrow. Anyway, yeah, but yeah, shopping in like shopping centers and grocery stores with upper middle class type people, they can be really, really, really self-absorbed and arrogant. And it's not fun. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I'd go out Christmas shopping someplace, you know, quote unquote nice, and try to get some nice things. And it would just be full of, like, you know, I don't know why it was usually baby boomer, older types, but, you know, baby boomer, affluent types, and they would just be, you know, pushing in front of you, getting in your face, ignoring you. If you were like, excuse me, I need to get over here, you know, they'd be standing in your way or whatever, and they would just be coughing all over the place. Just, you know, like, you know, come on. Why are you, don't be a pig. Why would you be like this? I mean, I understand sometimes when you're sick, especially if you live alone and you don't have anyone that can go shopping for you, and you need to go out and get something for yourself, and that sucks. That's the worst feeling of, like, you know, you feel like crap, but you gotta go to the drugstore and get your medicine or get some chicken noodle soup or something. I get it. But, like, you know, don't brush up against other people and cough in their faces. Like, seriously. Ugh. George is saying, I hope the sequel is better, honestly. And Gentuga says, I hope they put it in third person. The color schemes. Yeah, the color is definitely, they do a lot of interesting color in this game, that's for sure. I'd read somewhere, you gonna talk to me, Ada? I'd read somewhere that was because of color blindness. They didn't want to have any color schemes that were dependent on you know, having full spectrum color sight, you know, or whatever. They wanted people who were colorblind to be able to still play the game and enjoy it. But I don't think that necessarily means they had to do as much of the weird, glaring, bright colored stuff as they did. I think that's a design choice. But, you know, it's cool. We were just talking about that earlier. I'm not a big fan of the armor that I'm wearing, the color scheme of it. I like the look of it. I don't like the color of it, but can't change the color. Alright, I need to find the other spectrums. I'm rambling. Oh, they're in the kitchen.
You watching the Aether Waves last night? You know that slick-looking spacer from all...
Okay. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that could be improved in this game. I've said that before. I think it's got good bones, but you know, they didn't have the time and resources. I don't know if that was time, money, people. But yeah, if this game had had another 6 months, it could have been so much better. Another 6 months to a year. So yeah, I'm hoping that they learned a lot from the experience and that they are going to improve upon the sequel immensely. I would think so. Yeah, Chinchiga saying, I see people use the restroom and not wash their hands. I know! And before, that's one good thing about COVID, I think, is I hope it's taught a lot of people how to properly wash their hands. Because I used to see people would wash their hands, quote unquote, by turning on the water, getting their hands wet, and then turning off the water and rubbing their hands on their shirt and leaving. Like, I've literally seen people do that. And I'm just like, that's not, why did you even bother? There's a proper way to wash your hands when you're trying to clean them. And that's one thing I used to see a lot of videos, especially when COVID first happened, that there'd be a lot of people doing videos about this is the proper way to wash your hands. Yeah, and to be fair, it's you don't really think about it, I guess, unless you've worked in like medical or something. Like I remember I went to this EMT presentation, like a emergency medical technician presentation thing with firefighters and stuff, and they were talking. This was years ago. This was like 25 years ago, and they were talking about being, like even if you're wearing rubber gloves, how it's possible to contaminate your hands when you take the gloves off. And they were showing proper glove removal technique, and then they were showing proper hand washing technique for, people who work like EMTs and firefighters and stuff. And so, yeah, you'd be surprised how easy it is to contaminate yourself, even if you're wearing gloves, and to not, wash your hands properly. But yeah, a lot of education's been done on that front, I think, the past couple years. Right. George says, I've seen folks pull their mask down, sneeze, and then put it back on. Yeah, and that defeats the whole point. That defeats the whole point of wearing it. And I know it's gross, the idea of sneezing inside of your own mask. Oh, that's gross. But, like, that's the point. Like, you're not supposed to be getting your grossness all over everyone else. That's the point of the mask. I mean, I've done it. I've been in the store with a mask on, and I've had to sneeze. It's not fun, but, you go out to your car afterwards, and you change your mask, or you wash your face when you get home, whatever. George is saying, I don't think I even finished it. Lost interest about 3/4 of the way there. Are you talking about Outer Worlds? Yeah, strangely enough, I lost interest in this. I'm gonna take one of the browns. I think it's the brown that I'm missing. I almost didn't finish this game as well. I'm glad that I did, but I almost didn't. I think I already have a red. Yeah. I'd say I got about, I started the game and I was kind of like, what the hell is this? And it just didn't hook me. It just didn't hook me right away. And then I kept playing it and it still didn't hook me. And I kept waiting for, when is this game going to get good? When is it going to really hook me in? When am I really going to care? And I just kept being really frustrated with a lot of things in the game. I was kind of like on the fence. Like, there were things I liked, there were things I didn't like, and I kept saying, I don't know if I'm going to keep playing. I don't know if I'm going to keep playing. And I did, and I pushed through, and I think it was when I hit about the 2/3 mark, about 2/3 of the way through the game, it started to get really good for me. And I think it came along about the time that I was finishing Vicar Max's personal quest, which is always a hook for me. Like, I'm the kind of player that needs a personal, emotional hook in the game. Like, I would not have played Fallout 4 as much as I did if I didn't have Hancock. Like, I liked it alright, and I played through it. I did the main story. I defeated the Institute. And that was it. Like, I was going to be done with it. Like, I didn't care about doing further exploring or getting the DLC or doing more settlement building. Like, I was done with the main story. I was done with the game. Didn't care. But then I just happened to accidentally hit one of Hancock's dialogue options where I romanced him. Like, honestly, it was like on accident. I wasn't intending to do it on purpose. I hit the wrong button or something. And I was like, well, I guess I'm romanced with this schmuck now. And nah, I didn't say that. But I mean, you know, I was just kind of like, okay, I guess I cheated on my husband McCready with Hancock or something. I don't know. And then I started running around with him a little bit. I was finishing up a few little things in the game, kind of just messing around with it, getting ready to not play it anymore. And I got hooked. I got hooked on Hancock, man. I don't know, something about him, something he said. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I was like, okay, this dude's pretty cool. So I kept playing. And then the rest is history, you know. I was streaming it. I did a whole nother playthrough. It helped build my YouTube channel, you know, all of that. But it was because of Hancock. It's because I got hooked and interested in Hancock and his backstory and everything. Because romancing him, you find out more about his backstory and who he is. I think that's what it was. Is I'd romanced him, and then I was getting more of his backstory about him, and I was just really intrigued. And so the same thing kind of happened with me when I was playing this. I was finding out more about Vicar Max, and he has this character arc where he changes a lot, and he has a lot of realizations, and he has some really cool stuff that happens in his character, his little side quest, his companion quest. And so I got really intrigued in him and went ahead and finished the whole game, and I'm glad I did. I really enjoyed it, and it kind of grew on me, because even after I finished it, I was sort of like not, you know, I mean, there were a lot of things that could have been better, right? But then I sat and watched my husband play it. He was playing it for the first time over the summer, and it just, I don't know, it made me want to play it again, and, you know, I wanted to see the DLC and everything, and I like it. I like the art style. I like the humor of it. I like the characters. I like it. But yeah, it has a lot of problems, and I do hope that they address those problems in the sequel. Oh, okay. They needed to hire better writers. Well, see, I don't necessarily disagree. I think some of the writing is good. I think some of the ideas are good. They definitely needed some kind of story editor or narrative designer or something. It feels like some of the stuff doesn't make any sense. There's a lot of inconsistencies, and there's things that could have been written in a more clear way. There's a lot of dialogue that doesn't really seem to need to be there. I mean, I don't mind having lots of different dialogue options, but sometimes there's like multiple dialogue options that are not really any different from each other. So it's like, why? You know? Yeah. But what's weird to me is that this got awards for its writing. I think it got some really big awards for writing. And I remember at the time, because I remember thinking, really? This got an award for writing? Because to me it seemed like some of the dialogue and the story and stuff was, you know, not the greatest, and some of it was overdone. It was overwrought, you know. Sometimes there's a little too much dialogue. But like I said, after playing through the whole thing, coming back and playing it again, it's certainly a lot better than a lot of games that are out there, in my opinion anyway. But yeah, the story was a little weird. I think it had a few really strange, gaping plot holes that didn't make any sense. And there were times where I would discover things and think, oh, I should be able to go tell someone about this, and then I couldn't. And it seemed pretty important. So yeah. I don't know if it's necessarily the writing per se that needs to be better, but the narrative structure of it and how it unfolds as you play the game. I don't know what you call that. I think it's narrative design or whatever, but that could definitely be improved. That's true. It's the game industry. Have you seen what gets awards? I know. Yeah, it's not bad. It's also not great. Exactly. I agree with you 100% on that. Like I said, that's why I almost didn't play it. Or didn't finish it. It's why I almost didn't play it, to be honest. I wasn't going to play it. And then I saw somebody start the game, and it looked kind of intriguing. And I knew a lot of it was based on Firefly and stuff, so I was like, all right, I'll play it. But yeah, it was kind of... could have been so much better, and that's always frustrating to me, is when no matter how good something is, when I can see that it could be so much better. And I know a lot of that is just on their resources, the amount of time, people, money, whatever, that they had that they put into it. But yeah, could be so much better. And if they had released it with all the DLC, not as DLC, but as actual stuff that you could do in the game, like if they had a full expansive, solar system you could fly around in, a complete solar system that you could fly around in, and they had like wrapped up some of those plot holes and tied off some of those loose ends, made some of the dialogue trees a little tighter, had more variation in enemies, and because they've got a huge amount of variation in objects, like all this stuff we're looking at right now, but a lot of it all does the same thing, so okay. But then the variations in enemies, it's like you've got marauders, raptidons, mantisaurs, primals. Oh yeah, robots. Okay, there's some robots. But when you play the game long enough, it's just those over and over and over and over and over, and they're like every 5 feet in the game, and you're like, why? It gets a little repetitious. Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of things they could have done just a little bit better, and it would have been a fantastic game. They're so close. So frustrating when something can be so close to being amazing and doesn't quite get there. Yes, that second area took way too long compared to the others, and it wasn't very interesting. I think you mean Monarch. The one that I was just playing through recently, before I got to the DLC, where you pick up Nyoka. Yeah, it just goes, and the Amber Heights and the Iconoclast and all of that. Yeah, it just goes on and on and on. I think that I heard, and I could be wrong about this, but I watched some behind the scenes things about how they made this game.
My colonists, they got her playing the Queen of the Marauders.
And let me get out of here. There I am in my ridiculous football helmet. Anyway, I watched a making of this game, and I'm pretty sure that they had intended to spread some of that content out over multiple worlds, but ran out of time and resources or whatever, and so they kind of crammed it all into Monarch. Yeah. Well, there's Roseway too. There's Edgewater. You start out in Edgewater, then you go to you can go to Roseway. Not necessarily, you don't have to. I mean, I skipped a lot in this playthrough. I skipped a lot of Roseway. That's where that Auntie Cleo's place is, with all the different laboratories and all the Raptidon stuff. You have to go and get a whole bunch of research for Gladys. I mean, I ended up getting the research, but then deciding to not use it, not buy the nav key. I think I sold it to her, but I didn't buy the nav key. And then you go to Monarch. And yeah, there's a lot. Monarch kind of bogs everything down in the middle of the game. And then eventually you get onto Byzantium and the DLC and stuff. Yeah, Monarch definitely bogs things down. But see, that again, that comes down to pacing. It's not a programming issue. It's not a writing issue. It's the narrative design. It's whoever structured the story and the levels and stuff. It's a pacing thing. And I say that because, I know, if a writer's writing a novel, they're the one in charge of pacing because they're writing it, and then it's all inherent in the novel. But in a game, writers aren't necessarily in charge of the story structure or the pacing or, you know, whatever. Writers are the people that are told, hey, I need 15 different ways to say ouch, and then they write those down and turn them in. You know, that's what the writers are doing on a video game. So, you know, they're not necessarily, I know they do more than that, but you know what I mean. And like, they're not necessarily in charge of how the story is structured or, you know, how many acts there are or how many levels there are or whatever. Whoever's in charge of that is the one that, you know, yeah, it could have been better in this game. But again, you know, they were probably just working within the constraints that they had. You know, I don't know what their constraints were, but definitely a limited amount of time and money and human resources. So, you know, they did great with what they had, but yeah, could have been better. And I hope number 2 is much better. I hope that Outer Worlds Part 2 will be everything this game is, but better. Yeah, it looks like cake frosting. Exactly. Well, and that kind of fits, though, because Rizzo's is a candy company. Candy and soda and alcohol, but a lot of candy and soda, yeah. So it kind of fits. All right, well, I need to get going. I need to go make some dinner, and it's going to take some time. I'm making some homemade tortillas, and then I'm going to turn those tortillas into tacos and Tostitos and things. So I need to get going and get cooking. Thanks so much, everybody, for hanging out with me. Hope you had a good time. I know we still need to go back and grab whatever that weird Spectrum Gatling weapon was. Now we have all of the Spectrum bottles, I think. And they apparently just released the wasp mosquitoes, which are deadly. And I knew that would happen at some point. I mean, they obviously were, you know, foreshadowing that. So now if we go back to get the weapon, we're going to have to deal with wasp mosquitoes. So that's probably what's going to happen tomorrow. Alright, everyone. Take care of yourselves. Until next time.